I figured I'd make a video because I have kind of figured it out. A lot of shit. Also, yeah, haircut. Last barber fucked my shit up. I'm not even joking. I think bro was drunk. And yeah, even the barber that I was talking to, like, you know, he was kind of like, yo, who cut your hair, bro? And I was like, don't even get me started on it, man. I knew it was fucked up. Like, if I ever get a chance, I gotta post a fucking picture. One side of my head, like this side, was dead ass touching my ear, like the hair, and then this side, the hair was up to here. Like, and then everything else here was short. I was like, what the fuck is this, man? Anyway, haircut, got it figured out, but I kind of had to, like, as a result of it being fucked up, I had to go a little shorter than I wanted it to. So it's kind of a little too short, a little bit weird, but the canvas has been laid, I guess. I don't know. So next time I get a haircut, I'm probably gonna look like a sexy bastard. But you know, anyways, man, like, dude, it is incredible how much mindset changes everything, dude. And it's also like, I was gonna say, it's incredible, like, how inspirational, like, Chris Bumstead is. I didn't even watch him when he was doing anything Olympia-wise. Like, I mean, I was just like, I don't really watch it, anything like that. I don't really give a shit about bodybuilding or none of that. But one thing that I did start doing was I watched him after he did his Olympia shit, and he was making some video about, like, you know, lifestyle, and I guess, like, no, I think I was watching a workout video he did. Like, he just talking about, like, how he did an upper day. I was like, I want to see how he trains, you know what I mean? And I think it was something like that. Dude, I look so fucking terrible. It's not terrible, but at least from the front. There's a rule when you get a haircut, I swear to God, the best haircuts that I have, they either look good from the front, but not from the back, I look fucked up, or they look good from the back, but not from the front. Or what, I don't know if I said that, but that's basically what I'm trying to say. Best song on the planet right now, man. I love Samurai. Lupe Fiasco, bro. It's so good. But, anyways, yeah, this motherfucker, man, like, when C-Bone was doing the workout that he was doing, like, it was so crazy because, like, I came for the workout and stayed for like, the philosophical shit. Like, dude, the guy's life advice and his mindset and everything that he has, it's just like, damn. It's like, this guy is literally just, like, the ideal guy. Not even in the sense for, like, you know, what women would want, but I mean, like, this guy is peak male. What the fuck was that? I hate pills. This guy's, like, peak male existence, man. Like, I mean, and I'm not trying to glaze or nothing, but, like, dude, I guess I am trying to glaze. This guy deserves it, man. This guy's incredible. His mindset, his values, his principles, what he's disciplined in and why he's disciplined in things, the balance that he has between life, the things he cares about, and his body. I mean, it's just everything that you want to be. The kind of gym that he has, the success that he's created. I mean, this guy deserves everything he has. Never in my life have I seen someone that's rich as fuck, jacked, handsome, you know, and just, like, overall, like, the perfect overall guy, and think that he even deserves more than what he has. Ever, including money, man. I'm like, dude, this guy needs money. Like, he deserves it. Like, it's incredible. But one of the things was just kind of like, dude, he's just spitting at every fucking turn, man. And, you know, I recently, you know, I've been trying to, like, remember, like, what's my purpose, man? Like, because I've never known it. I'm like, is my purpose, because whenever we think of purpose, we always think of one specific thing. So it's like, my purpose is to do this one thing, right? But I don't think that's what purpose is. Purpose is an overall thing. Maybe it's not necessarily in action. It's more of like a lifestyle, I suppose. I don't really know how to phrase it, but what I've come to see is what really matters in my purpose is... So the one thing that's I've always been against is suffering for the sole purpose of suffering. It's just like, why? What's the reason you're suffering now? It's like, oh, just to suffer. It's meaningless suffering. But What if you can put a meaning to meaningless suffering? It sounds dumb, and I didn't even think about it until I saw, Z-Bum talking about it, and I was like, you know what, holy shit, this is literally exactly like what he was saying. Like, I mean, like how I was feeling about it, but like didn't like know how to like find a reason. And it's because like, in my life right now, I've been asking myself, when am I going to start taking myself seriously in the things that I do? When am I going to get out and move on with my life and lock in? And, the way that I see life is not living as your age, living ahead of your age. I've always done that since I was young. When I was 10, I wanted to be 15 or 20. When I was 15 or 20, I wanted to be 25 or 30. And now that I'm 22 now, and I'm about to be 23, I'm just like, man, I really just feel my age. And I'm like, what happened? And I've been over that kind of shit before, but that's one thing is like, I kind of just didn't have a vision anymore. I didn't really know what I want. I'm kind of just wandering and not knowing the things that I'm wanting to achieve or go for. And it's required me these past couple days. Like, I mean, dude, I've been thinking nonstop day and night for about 3 days, man. And with very little rest in thinking, even while I'm working, sleeping, the dreams that I have, everything, man, it's like, it's crazy just because it's been weighing down on me. Like, I need to fix something. Just get sick of your own shit sometimes, and you find a reason to suffer. Man, I kind of lost that reason. I got comfortable with like, the easy shit, and it's like, why suffer when life could be easy? Because the end goal is ultimately comfort, right? Wrong. And I didn't think about it, but how bad the end goal is to be comfortable. For numerous reasons that I would just be stuttering over and running my mouth and not really making much sense, but I'll just leave it at that. But I've been realizing that what is comfortable in life doesn't really make you feel comfortable, because in times of you being unemployed, bored, summer break, you still search for like, man, I need to do something. I need to like do this, do that, have fun with this, or like, I don't know, just something. You feel like you still need to do something even when you're resting, because you feel like you didn't deserve the rest, I guess, and just for other reasons. So it's like, what actually matters, even if the end goal is comfort, once you're comfortable, you still seek more. So what actually matters then over comfort, right? And it's, what's the word I'm looking for? Standards. That's what it is. Standards over comfort, man. Like, and I kind of stole that from C-Bum a little bit, but man, it's something that I've been thinking of, because I was looking back to like all the times I was like ultra disciplined, and I locked in for like 2 years straight. A year and a half straight. And then I let it go because this and that and whatever. And even now I've been like fluctuating on relying on motivation and then not relying. I'm like, when have I ever relied on motivation? What does motivation have to do with anything? Why are we just stuck? Fuck me, dude. I always get stuck in traffic. I swear to God, dude. I don't know what it is, but I'm always stuck in some kind of bullshit traffic. Anyway. So what actually matters is standards over comfort. And the reason I use that word is, yes, it is in partial because of, like, I heard C-Bum saying, I was like, dude, that's I couldn't like put a pin on it. I couldn't like put a name to what it was. Construction. There we go. Of course they're blocking off one side of the road. This morning I had a trailer. I've been trying to control my anger a little bit more because I'm like quick to snap at things now. But dude, it's just like, I swear to God, once you say these things, like, I'm gonna chill out, things just happen that it's just like, okay, this is like trying to make me mad. Like, there's just no way that this is happening randomly. This is just specifically put in place to piss me off. This trailer pull up in front of me, a truck with a trailer that had, not even joking, 7 empty trash cans, and just pulled in front of me going 25 miles an hour. What are you doing? Why are you in front of me with 7 trash cans on a trailer? What are you doing? Like, you're an NPC. Like, what are you even trying to do? What are you doing? like, oh my god. I was like, I can't get, I got pissed at it, but I was like, I can't get mad at it. I can't get mad at stuff, but standards over comfort, man. That was the biggest thing that was happening to me. I was looking back to when I was actually being accomplished. I was getting shit done, and I was like, man, because I never relied on motivation. I never relied on external this and that, and hell, it wasn't like, oh, I wish the water was cold, like David Goggins is saying, because I don't like David Goggins type of shit. Like, I mean, I get what he's doing, but it's like, I feel like that guy just does suffering for the sake of suffering, and all he does is suffer. It's like, that's not the point of life. And that's the thing, too. I've been fluctuating between the two because I'm trying to find that balance between being locked in and you're not enjoying anything. You're not having any fun with anything. And it's just like, is this what life is supposed to be? Endless suffering for the sake of suffering and endless unhappiness due to it? Because that's what it was turning into. And I was like, yeah, these things need to be done, but it's like, what happens when you don't find joy in your standards anymore? And I think it was a big thing was I wasn't reevaluating my standards, I guess, or reevaluating like what matters. And I kind of lost balance with things. And, you know, it's still a journey, man. I'm still learning a whole bunch of things. There's still a whole bunch of stuff going on. You know, even to this day, it's still happening. But that was the thing, man, you know. I need to get back into finding a balance between the two. Because you can't fall too much into just suffering for the sake of suffering, but also being too comfortable. Because sometimes whenever you stop suffering for the sake of suffering, you start to get too comfortable. See, one thing that C-Bone said, I was like, that's big facts. It's crazy. Like he was saying, this is like a time in society where it's like we're like the only people in history where we have to literally choose to have hardships. And that is actually like so true. Especially with me. Why is it beeping? I don't find comfort in being fat, unhealthy, feeling unwell, having like a shitty self-care routine and a shitty environment and like a shitty everything. Like, I just don't find joy in that. So, I know, like, a lot of times, like, people say, oh, it's the easiest time ever. You have as much food as you want. And it's like, all these things are shit. That's the second time in the past 30 minutes I fucking shifted like shit. What the fuck is happening? I'm about to get pissed and start yanking shit into gear. Bitch, get into gear. And it's true because you really can just be like, you can just choose to eat microwave pizza, sit on your ass, play video games, work 15 hours, barely make any money, just to afford DoorDash and just like buying shit. You know, to just like, you know, continue the cycle of feeding yourself shit, eating like shit, feeling like shit for the sake of not doing anything except just existing, having a meaningless, pointless existence, I guess, which is like, honestly, I like to do that in a way, but I don't. I like to do that in a sense of where it's just like everything is going well and I have everything in order, and I was like, you know what, today I'm gonna be a fat fucking slob, lazy bastard. But yeah, I mean, if you do that every day, it's not gonna be enjoyable whatsoever. You're just gonna literally be, instead of feeling like a fat piece of shit or just being like, you know, I deserve to be a fat piece of shit today, you literally become a fat piece of shit, a fat little slob and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not good. Moderation. I need to find a balance. There's a balance between everything, man. You know, it's not just like, you know, you're just locked in 24/7, 365 for the rest of your life. Even on your deathbed, you still have to do dumbbell curls and eat healthy and shit, which obviously it would help. I'm just saying, you know, when does it end? But I need to reevaluate my vision, the end goal, because my end goal with everything is to do these things so that way I don't have to be uncomfortable anymore. Like, you just gotta be uncomfortable for a little bit, get it over with, and now you can be comfortable. But it's like, is that really a good end goal? I don't know. Maybe that should be part of it, yes. Make life easier, but not more comfortable, I guess, even though comfort is easy. I don't really know. But obviously, though, having standards for yourself and prioritizing your vision, you have it, like, everything stems from it being a tree. This is what I've been seeing. I have questions that are sort of like, you ever seen like a family tree? It's like, it starts with one person and then it goes down and branches into, thousands of people, whatever, right? It's kind of like that. One of my questions and the things that I need answered are, like, in a sense, at the end of the family tree. And the answer that I'm looking for is not to answer that question at the bottom of the family tree, but to focus on the first person in the family tree, and to a degree. So it's like, what that it starts with that, and everything else stems from it, not the other way around. So, and what that thing is up top is my vision for myself, my future, and the standards that it requires, and the principles and the morals that requires as well. And then, like, everything else will stem from that as a result. So that is something that I lost. I don't know how I just forgot it. I just didn't do it. I was like, fuck it, because I was like trying to find the other end of the spectrum. Comfort, I need to learn how to find joy and happiness to a degree. It's not like I'm just gonna, be happy like I have bills and open my arms towards the sunset. Like, it's just not like that. But find pleasure in those things to a degree. Find the bright side to it and stop being negative, because I've been wanting to not be negative as negative as a person for a good long while, man. Because I've been negative. I'm quick to snap, very judgmental, and I just want to be a patient, kind, unbothered person where I can just, smile at anything. It's like, like if I drop a glass, my whole day's ruined. If I drop a glass, shatters, and I gotta clean it up, I get so angry. I let it ruin my day. For the rest of the mood, I'm in a sour mood. Rest of the day, I'm in a sour mood. And I let that set the, I guess, like, the precedent, if that's the right word to use, for the day, right? You know what I mean? That's not good. It's immature. But I just never got to base anything off of how I felt since I was a kid. So now I'm getting a chance to do it. So it's like, I'm kind of going overboard with it. But the thing is, once you go overboard, when is it going to be enough? When is enough enough? You know what I mean? It's never going to be enough until it has to be. And I don't want to get to the point where things have to be a certain way because they have to be, and something else is forcing it upon myself. Because then that means I'm not in control, and I don't like that. I want it to be within my control. It's something that happened because I chose it for it to be that way. Which means, ultimately, to a degree, I have control over. So, yeah, that's that. I need to focus on resetting. That's a nice Porsche. Damn, what kind of packages did he get with that? Bro got everything, but yeah, that's how I need to start looking at things, man. Reset my frame of mind, how I approach things, how I frame things in my head, and how I go about acting as a result. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna have to start learning. Yeah. Yep. See how it goes. Because I want to make a change in my life, man. There's things that I want and that I limit myself on. I'm like, I want these things. I want this and I want that. And I like the quote that I think I just said this recently, how mankind isn't scared of not afraid of what they can't do, but is afraid of their potential, kind of thing. It's kind of like that. And it really is true. And I'm not trying to sound like, oh yeah, I'm Billy Badass, because I'm not. That's the whole point of why I'm so afraid, is because doing this shit is gonna suck, and it's gonna require such big changes that I'm not comfortable with. I like to sit still and have things that are expected and not have to jump off a cliff for everything I do, and take the plunge. I'm afraid of my potential, man, and I shouldn't be. I need to feel the fear and do it anyways with all the things that I'm trying to do and take the steps to achieve my vision and the standards for myself regardless of how I feel and set my day based upon that. What would the ideal me do to be the ideal me today is what I need to ask myself, and then do that like 90% of the time at least. And that's it. Here at work now, so that's that. Probably end up posting this in 3 months.